Hi Scorpio, welcome to your September and October 2017 prosperity reading. It's Rena here. So before I begin, I just want to say what I say a lot of times, which is that this is a general reading. I'm going to be using tarot and oracle cards, and this is more of a philosophical reading than exact timing issues. I do have personal readings that would be more personalized for your life because it's using your natal chart. I have life path, which combines career and life path, and love and career reading combos. You can check me out at rainamoonAstrology.com. The link will be below. But just take this in the spirit of what it is. And what else do I want to say about it? I think that's about it. I'm going to be doing a simple 3-card tarot reading. Oh, I have to do it like this because this is my... It's always unusual when I pick reverse cards nowadays because it's not something I typically do. And I'm just going to cut the cards from the side here and pick the first card. I'm not going to do too much. I must have this deck upside down, so I don't think it has reversed meanings for this particular deck. This is the, I think this is the, oh, it's funny. I actually did have it upright. That card ended up reversed. But I think it's just they don't have reversed meanings. This is the, I think this is the, Dream Virtue Archangel deck. And just very briefly, Doreen Virtue, apparently from what I've sussed out from other videos that I've watched from other readers, that she has gone back to Jesus 100%, and she has all kinds of decks, oracle decks, and this is the only one I have by hers, but I really like it for these types of readings, so I'm going to stick with it. And as I said in other readings, I believe that your creation, whether it's a child or an artistic project, once it gets birthed, it has a life of its own, and it has its own individuality. It's not like a part of the person who creates it. And so I don't feel like because she's denounced it, it means that it's no good. Okay, that's just how I feel about it. And I used the analogy of Prince, who stopped performing some of his earlier songs when he got into Jehovah's Witness or whatever, Witnesses. I still like those songs. I'm not going to stop it because he's into... I wonder if he passed out the Watchtower at all. When I was a kid, my mother used to have these Jehovah's Witnesses come over, these 2 women. And they gave me this little book, and I cherished it. It was like of biblical tales, and I was never like a big Bible person, but as a little kid, I used to love those little parables or just little stories, morality plays, and you know, you can derive benefit from anything, even if you don't join with that group. Okay, so that's that, and then this is the Earth Magic deck, and I'm going to pick a card from that. I'm shuffling a couple of these. Waterfall. Effortless. I was talking about this with Aries, about being effortless. Okay, and then the third one, if I can find the deck, is the Keeper of the Light. I'm just shuffling once. The Miriam, Sacred Vision. And as I've been saying with these other readings, you might say, well, what does Sacred Vision have to do with dollars and cents? You know, I want to just talk about money. I don't want to talk about all this religious stuff. And this is, I think it's all connected. You know, when you talk about alignment, it's all about believing that you have a mission. You have a soul's mission. The North Node. You know, when I do life path readings, I talk about the soul's mission. The North Node and your sun. You know, your sun sign. So these things that we come here to do, they come in the form of talents and also of interests. And when you feel like you're not doing those things, you feel out of alignment usually. And I feel also, though, that you can be doing a job that is not like your dream job, and you can do it well and happily if you are connected to source energy. If you're always, if you have that awareness that you are a child of God and that you're doing things because they need to be done, but you're not getting caught up in the moment and thinking, oh, I can't stand what I'm doing. There's no resistance. In other words, you're going with the flow. Because sometimes that's what you have to do, and you're willing to do it. But when people are grumbling, they're unhappy, they're trying, maybe they're not trying to, but they're making other people miserable with their moods, that's when there's a lot of resistance going on. Okay. So let's look at these tarot cards. And we did get another reverse card with the tarot, which I do read reverse tarot cards. The High Priestess in reverse, this is the past position. This is not listening to your intuition. Maybe there's too much materialism. Maybe there's maybe you're lying to yourself. You were lying to yourself about something. And in the workplace, this could be the treachery. And you sensing it, you're a water sign, Scorpio, you know what's happening. You are the High Priestess. But when something else is kind of interfering with that, it interferes with your psychic connection. What are those things that interfere with it? Well, denial. Where does denial come from? Denial comes from fear. Not wanting to see what's really there, because if you see what's there, then you might have to actually take an action and do something about it. And feeling like, I don't want to take an action. I want to have this thing happen the way I want it to happen. Why isn't it happening the way I want it to happen? And so this could be also what I just said, where maybe you are a little bit too much in the world and you're staying in a job because of the lure of the paycheck. And I mean, obviously, if you need a paycheck, that's one thing. I'm not talking about that kind of a lure. But I'm talking about it makes a lot of money, but it doesn't make you happy. In the current position, you're the Nine of Wands. So you've built a wall around yourself. Again, some of you may not relate to this at all. Hopefully some of the oracle cards relate to you. In a general reading, it may not resonate. But for those that it does, and I do get emails from people that said, oh, this was exactly what was happening. Maybe it's a fraction of the people that needed to hear this message, okay? So just look for any kind of message from it. But this kind of thing is about having your defenses up, okay? So you may know that something's going on, but you're like not wanting to see it, but your defenses are up because you do know that something is going on, even if you're not willing to take action and to really admit what it is. The outcome is or maybe even advice in some cases, is the King of Swords. It would be, if this was advice, it would be that you are to marshal your forces, that you are to assert your authority over the situation with mind control, not with histrionics, not with any, like drama, no negativity, just clear, concise, logical thought, where you kind of divorce yourself from the emotions involved. So if this means that you know you need to leave a place of employment, if it's too toxic, that you are able to do so without allowing the fear to stop you dead in its tracks, or in your tracks, actually. Something, you know what I'm saying. And then for some people, this could be even a mediator that must be called, like, what do they call those, human resources person, or even a lawyer, a judge. If you feel like you're being mistreated in the workplace and you're not being given fair treatment, maybe you're not getting the same pay, and you've lived in denial over it, and then you finally take a stand about it, you may call upon somebody who's connected to dealing with these sorts of things to seek a resolution. So it might be somebody outside of yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay. When I pull out these cards, I'm not necessarily, I forget the minute I pull them out. But look at this. I was about to do this one. Take charge of the situation. So that's kind of what I just said, if this was about you. Moses. And maybe the fact that I got it in the reverse position was saying that you're feeling disempowered about doing so. And you need to kind of own your power. Okay, let's see what it says here. Well, here's a Christian card from Doreen. You have the power to heal and alter the course of this situation. It's time for you to take charge and assume a leadership position. That's, you know, the king is the leader. First, decide what you want. Be clear about the conditions that are acceptable or unacceptable to you. The universe responds when you are clear about your aims and intentions. And this is actually a card of having those boundaries. The Ascended Masters will support your leadership role. Additional meanings for this card. Talk openly and honestly about your feelings. Make a decision instead of passively waiting. Give yourself permission to do what you feel is right. Don't wait. Take action now. Be your own authority figure. That I couldn't have said it better myself with the King of Swords. The prophet Moses displayed courage and leadership throughout his lifetime. His clear decrees about his intentions led to miracles such as the parting of the Red Sea, bringing forth water from a boulder, and manifesting manna from heaven. Moses is a powerful, beloved, and inspiring leader who can lend you courage in this situation and also in your life's purpose. Awesome. Very awesome. Okay, now we're going to do the earth magic. Waterfall, effortless, beautiful. I'm curious why they say it's a waterfall that's effortless instead of like a flowing river. I'm sure there's some reason. Okay. Oh, might help to get the right booklet. You have come to the edge of your comfort zone and find yourself fighting to resist moving past that perceived precipice of who you are, how you can be, or what you can do. Spirit is asking you to step beyond the edge and allow yourself to do so with ease rather than struggle. Yes, at times physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even when the task seems daunting, you'll find that the movement moves you effortlessly. Approach the present situation or relationship with awareness and grace. Do not try to make it effortless. That just creates more strain. The key word here is to allow. This is not the time to fight, but to surrender to the will of Spirit, even if you're being asked to let go completely and tumble into the brink of creation itself. You will find the waters there to be ultimately still and calm. Keep your focus on your solar plexus and your breath. breathing through any tension. Relaxing and yielding to the movement that is occurring at any given moment makes your life effortless. Yeah, they have something in the law of attraction, the art of allowing. And that's going along with this principle of going with the flow and not resisting. Okay, so the last one, which is kind of an intriguing card. The Miriam, Sacred Vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. I think for Scorpio, this is a very important and challenging thing sometimes. Fixed water sign. Crystallized emotions. And a tendency to hold on to past hurts. I think. I don't know if you agree with me, but that's just my feeling. Okay. I'm curious about the Miriam. I've gotten this card before. I don't think in all of my readings that I've gotten in all of the cards, but some of them are kind of strange. Oh no, this is the Oracle book, and I kind of like that, you know, because they're kind of different. Okay. The Miriam, which means the beloved, are twin flame angels who come as one. They are mirror images of each other. They are the angels who appeared to Mary Magdalene in the tomb of Jesus after his passing. These angels spoke directly to Mary and helped her move beyond her grief so that she was able to commune with Jesus once more. They can help us move beyond the cloud of grief too. They heal grievances of all kinds, including ones that have been created by religion or the idea that God does not love or accept us because of a mistake we once made. So basically forgiving yourself for not being perfect in every moment, and maybe even self-deluded like the High Priestess in reverse. The Miriam the Miriam helps us remember that we don't need to ask God for forgiveness because, quote unquote, He never condemned us in the first place. There is a real opportunity for you to move beyond grief or grievance at this time. The Miriam are here, swirling their holy light all around you so that you can regain a sense of union with Spirit. You are loved beyond words. Choose to see the light of God in everyone and everything and to love without boundaries. Honor others and honor yourself with your sacred vision. You are in a space of deep healing and forgiveness. Choosing to see the light of the world will help you grow even more. Wow. And, you know, it's funny because even with money issues, with career issues, there can be a need for forgiveness. If somebody did you wrong, if somebody tried to steal your job, maybe they succeeded in stealing your job. What you can say is that, I guess that was not my true path. Because nothing can be taken from me that is my divine right. And you may not feel it at first, you may be saying it, but I mean to really kind of work with that, because I'm saying this from my own experience, and when we feel like, but that's not fair but they did that to me. It could be totally 100% true, they could be 100% wrong, and yet it still exists. It's still in the realm of relative reality. So we have to accept what has happened, whatever that is. And with the High Priestess in reverse, it's kind of showing me that you may not be doing your part to like really tune in, and you may be tuning out. So you have to do your part to kind of get in contact with that higher self so that you can not only make sense of some of the things that happen in life which are not wanted, but also to move past them. Okay, Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this. Good luck to you. Bye.